Hey, what's going on, fellow collectors? In this video, we have a little bit of a crossover between the coin world, gold world, precious metals world, and the collectibles world of trading cards. Let's talk about the 15 most valuable Pokemon cards. At number 15, the 20th anniversary 24-karat gold Pikachu. So we're starting off this list with a crossover between the precious metals and Pokemon world. This is a really rare card. The only way you could get a 2016 20th anniversary Pikachu was by winning a lottery that even when you won the lottery, you still had to pay for the card. So if you won the lottery, you had a chance at purchasing a card for right around $2,000. The card is made out of solid gold. It is 11 grams of 24-karat gold and has done nothing but gain more and more value. Although the card recreates the original Pikachu card, including the Pocket Monsters game logo on the back and its Japanese text on the front, it's actually not legal for any use in tournaments, but still an incredibly valuable and fun card to collect. At spot number 14, the pre-release Raichu. Reportedly, this sold for $10,000 in 2009. Perhaps the most controversial Pokemon card of all time, the pre-release Raichu may also be the rarest card to ever be made. It's so rare that finding out exact details is quite tricky. Pre-release Raichus were made and long rumored to be a card printed by error in the run-up to the English language release of the Pokemon TCG's second expansion, Jungle, in 1999. It is said that only 100 of these cards exist. They're extremely rare, and it is said that only about 10 of them ever made it into the wild, as the game's English manufacturer, Wizards of the Coast at the time, had reportedly destroyed most of the copies. This just enhanced how much the card was worth. It is said in 2009 one sold for $10,500, and one seen today can be in upwards of 20 grand. Number 13, the Master's Key. A bit more recent card, but no less rare. This sold for $21,000 in 2019. Master's Key is another rare Pokemon card awarded to participants in a Pokemon TCG. However, this card is a little more recent, being given to competitors in 2010 at the Pokemon World Championships held in Hawaii. Only 36 copies of this card are estimated to exist, equal to the number of participants in all age divisions at the World Championships. A copy of a Master's Key sold at auction in 2019 for $21,000. At number 12, both the Espeon and Umbreon Gold Star Pop Series 5 cards. Sold for $22,000 in February 2021, the Gold Star Pokemon cards are one of the most valuable sets ever produced, with Espeon and Umbreon being two of the rarest cards in the set. Gold Star Pokemon cards are among the most valuable sets of Pokemon cards in existence and command an incredibly high value as a result. The cards are named after the gold star that appears next to the Pokemon's name at the top of the card. This signifies that the card features alternative color artwork different from the common versions. Only 27 Gold Star cards were released between 2004 and 2007, making the entire set extremely rare. While all of the Gold Star Pokemon cards are rare, only appearing once in approximately every 88 packs, the very rarest are the Evolutions. These cards garner a large amount of money and have done nothing but gain value. A Gold Star Espeon PSA 10 Gem Mint condition sold in February of 2021, $22,000, while an Umbreon graded at an equally perfect condition fetched over $20,000. PSA values the two cards at $194,000 and $187,000 respectively, easily making them two of the most valuable Pokemon cards around. At number 11, the 2002 Pokemon World Championships #1 Trainer. We just mentioned this card. It was another prize giveaway for entrance into the 2002 Pokemon World Championship Tournament. It's an absolutely awesome card with the art on the front, featuring the trainer Red, holding a gold medal with Pokemon around him. The first of two rare and valuable Pokemon cards called #1 Trainer on this list. This particular card was awarded to winners of the regional Battle Road Spring Tournament. A copy of the 2002 Pokemon World Championships #1 Trainer card, complete with its original display folder, and even the envelope it was delivered in, was sold at auction in 2021 for $31,000. At number 10, 1996 Pokemon Japanese base set, no rarity symbol, Holo Venusaur. Quite a mouthful for that card. It sold for $55,000 in November of 2021. Many of the rarest Pokemon cards date from the trading card game's early days, with first edition cards released in the 1990s ranking among the most valuable today. While the first edition stamp on cards is highly sought after in the English edition of the Pokemon card game, the rarest Japanese cards are instead identified by their lack of a stamp. While a no-rarity Venusaur card commands a high price by itself, a copy sold in 2021, setting a new record for the rare card by fetching $55,000 at auction. Helping the record sum was the signature of the card's illustrator, Mitsuhiro Arita, the legendary artist behind many Pokemon cards from the last 20-plus years. This was signed on the card's case, making the already rare Pokemon card truly one of a kind. At number 9, the 1999 Pokemon Japanese promo Tropical Mega Battle Tropical Wind. Whew! Only 12 Tropical Wind cards were produced as promo cards for the 1999 Tropical Mega Battle, a precursor to the Pokemon World Championships, making it one of the most valuable sets around. The Tropical Mega Battle saw 50 players from around the globe take part in a tournament for the trading card game in Honolulu, Hawaii. The only way to participate was to win a battle in your local region and earn an invite, making it an exclusive event for the best Pokemon trainers in the world at the time. This particular Tropical Mega Battle promo card, the 1999 Japanese language copy of Tropical Wind, has sold at auction for as much as $65,000 in PSA Gem Mint 10. PSA estimates its value to be as high as $140,000, however. At number 8, the 1999 Super Secret Battle #1 Trainer. So this is the other #1 Trainer card on this list. This card sold for over $90,000 in 2020. It's unlikely you've ever heard of Super Secret Battle #1 Trainer, and extremely unlikely you've ever seen a copy in person. When it comes to rare Pokemon cards, there are very few rarer than this one. #1 Trainer is a holographic promotional card awarded to finalists in the Secret Super Battle Tournament held in Tokyo, Japan, all the way back in 1999, making it a different card to the 2002 one we mentioned earlier. To earn a place in the competition's finals, which were held in a secret location, players had to first win a regional tournament. Their prize was the #1 Trainer card, which granted them access to the finals. So think about how cool that was. You pull up, you walk up to some creepy old blacked out alleyway, and you hold a Pokemon card up, and boom, you're in this massive world tournament. These cards are extremely rare. Gem Mint 10 one was seen to sell for almost $90,000. At number 7, the 2006 Pokemon World Championships promo #2 Trainer. This sold for $110,000 in 2021. Like its equally rare and expensive trainer trophy cards, the 2006 number 2 trainer is one of the rarest Pokemon cards of all time, with only a small handful of them in existence. The card itself features fan favorite Pokemon Pikachu holding aloft a silver trophy finished with a holographic pattern. The card reads, "If you won this card at the 2006 Pokemon Trading Card Game World Championships, you may return to battle the best in 2007. PSA values these cards to be in the $150,000 to $200,000 range, but most are said to be around the $100,000 range. At number 6, the 2000 Pokemon Neo Genesis First Edition Holo Lugia. Lugia is one of the most iconic and popular Pokemon in the entire series, having starred on the front of the early Game Boy game, Pokemon Silver, and its Nintendo DS remake, Soul Silver. A legendary bird Pokemon from Gen 2, Lugia is one of the most powerful and hard-to-find Pokemon in the Pokemon world. The Neo Genesis First Edition Holo Lugia number 9 is described by auction house PWCC as one of the most difficult Pokemon cards to grade as the result of a number of errors and misprints that were included in the early runs of the card. Later prints were corrected, but many of the cards from the expansion remain more common in their earlier uncorrected forms. As of May 2021, PWCC claims that only 41 Gem Mint 10 condition Neo Genesis First Edition Holo Lugia cards have ever been graded by PSA, with just 3 earning the maximum with BGS pristine. One of these sold in May of 2021 for over $140,000 at auction. Number 5. Kangaskhan Holo number 115 Family Event Trophy. This card is valued at $150,000. This valuable Pokemon card dates from the trading card game's earliest years, having been given to participants in the 1998 Parent-Child Mega Battle. This was held in Japan, as many of these early tournaments, or all of them were, previous to the game really traveling over to America and into Europe and getting as popular as it was. What sets the trophy card apart from its commonplace counterparts is the inclusion of the Pocket Monsters card game logo, the original Japanese name for the Pokemon TCG, on the back of the card, in addition to the front, marking it out as an extremely rare variant of the holographic Kangaskhan. One of these sold in October of last year for $151,000. At number 4, Blackstar Ishihara signed GX promo card. The most recent card to make headlines for pure value, this card sold for nearly $250,000 in 2021. You can find the full details on our website, VarietyErrors.com, but this card depicts Pokemon Company founder and current president Tsunekazu Ishihara, and was given to the company staff as celebration of the man's 60th birthday back in 2017. This card is extremely rare. As I just said, you only got it if you're at the guy's birthday party. One of these sold in auction for $360,000 in the beginning of 2021. At number 3, the Pokemon Blastoise number 9 165R commissioned Galaxy Star hologram. This is an incredibly important card in the history of Pokemon, the trading card game, most importantly for its English release. This sold in 2021 and is one of only 2 to ever exist. It sold for $360,000. The reason why this card is incredibly important and valuable is because this is the presentation piece created by the Magic the Gathering maker Wizards of the Coast back in 1997 to shop to Nintendo in Japan to convince Japanese executives to allow the company to handle the TCG's English language release. This is so important because the game would eventually make its way into an international debut only 1 year later in 1999. Wizards of the Coast would be the creator of the game as far as the English release is concerned, and this card is the reason why Japanese executives for Nintendo chose them. At number 2, the 1999 first edition Shadowless Charizard. Now, many people are familiar with this card. Charizard has been one of the Pokemon card game's most popular cards since its first release in 1999, so there's no surprise that 20 years later, it is still one of the most sought-after cards. This specific version of the holographic Charizard stands out as one of the rarest and most valuable Pokemon cards ever released. What sets it apart is the lack of shadow underneath the fire-breathing dragon Pokemon. A Shadowless Charizard, like many of its counterparts that are also shadowless, can garner a lot of money. This one sold for $220,500 to retired rapper Logic. It is one of the most valuable cards. The record was broken in 2020, however, after a Shadowless Charizard sold at auction for $369,000. Last is the Pikachu Illustrator card. The Pikachu Illustrator is the most expensive Pokemon card in existence, and is truly the holy grail of Pokemon cards in the collecting realm. Only one PSA 10 is known to exist, and it was bought by none other than the YouTuber Logan Paul for $5.2 million in 2021. He even sported this thing to a WWE match. He bought the Illustrator in exchange for a PSA 9 version of the same card, said to be worth $1.2 million, plus he spent another $4 million. While he bought it in 2021, the private sale wasn't announced until he wore it at a WWE wrestling event, WrestleMania, in 2022, where he was given a Guinness World Record for the most expensive Pokemon trading cards sold at a private sale. As we all know, it would be him. He's made a lot of headlines in the Pokemon world. If anything, he's brought popularity back to it, whether you like the guy or not. And so I can't do anything but thank him for bringing light back to a wonderful hobby that I've enjoyed over 25 years. So this is a list of the top 15 most valuable Pokemon cards in existence. Let me know what you think about the list. More importantly, let me know what your favorite Pokemon is in the comments below. Check out our website, VarietyErrors.com, for values on Pokemon cards, to buy cheap Pokemon cards, or just to talk about them. I will see you guys in the comments below. Thank you for coming to the video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and have an awesome day. See you later.